Hey, so today I am planning on discussing about my skincare journey. Like I've promised, it's something I've always wanted to talk about. I have acne rosacea. It's like redness and of course acne on top of that. I did not realize how common it was until I started like reading about it. Yeah, I'll discuss how I got it and my symptoms and how that all happened. I never got acne when I was a teenager or a preteen. Like I didn't get pimples in middle school through high school except for on my periods, and I would only get like one or two and that would be it. So when I entered into like 18, when I became 18 to 19, that was when I started breaking out a lot. And with symptoms for rosacea, apparently it I guess summons or flares up more when you're an adult. It was just kind of like surprising that it happened to me right when I became one or an adult. So with my face getting redder, gaining more acne, it concerned my mom. Since none of my sisters had this type of acne or like severe issue, breakout you would say, on my face. And so my oldest sister, she booked an appointment for me for my first dermatology visit. I personally did not like the visit as much. I had a male doctor. I mean, I think my sister picked it because it had pretty decent ratings or something like that. It was very fast. The visit felt like, like a snap, kind of like some doctor visits are like that. I don't really personally like that because it didn't feel personable. So he did prescribe me what you'd call, I think it's a common rosacea prescription. It's called doxycycline hyclate. And I had to take that, but you had to eat it. You had to take that with the full meal. And during that time, I was working at Target. And for those of you who have never really worked at Target before, we only had 30-minute breaks, and we can't go outside to eat. And it felt like very fast paced, so I never really had time to pack food or get food. So I ate very like little, which wasn't very healthy. But yeah, he suggested that prescription and also recommended me to use Clinique brands. That was the first time that Clinique was introduced to me, and that's what I started to use a lot during that time. So the prescriptions didn't work out for me during that time because I was always on the go. I had classes, I was a full-time student, I also worked part-time, and a lot of times I would go to classes and then go to work for the night shift, and I barely had time to eat a full meal when I took it. So I didn't really enjoy taking it during that time. But luckily, after like near the end of my prescription, one of my coworkers did compliment me one day when I came in without makeup on and said I had pretty clear skin. So that was a perk. But for my wellness, like internally, I did not feel that great. So after my prescriptions ran out, I stopped taking it. I didn't even request for refills. I didn't even do a follow-up because I was 19 then. I didn't really know how like doctor's appointments work and all that. And I just didn't want to feel awful after taking the pills. So yeah, I just stopped going to dermatology. Instead, I tried to get into skincare and try to figure out ways to like see if certain skincares would help, I guess, lessen my redness, lessen my acne. So I went for a lot of like acne prone type of skincare and like redness reducing type of skincare. I had like a clean makeup phase, and then the beauty industry started coming out with more clean products. So I like looked for like the clean, stamps and stickers and stuff on websites and like Sephora. Then they had like their own clean section, so that's what I did. And then K-beauty became a big trend, and I tried a few Korean skincare stuff, and a lot of them ended up working. Like a lot of the skin, like I've noticed that a lot of the cleaner ingredient skincares, they did work for my skin condition, and it did help lessen it. It didn't completely get rid of it, but I noticed there was like a bit of a difference, like a good difference. And then after testing out skincare, like that's kind of what you have to do. Like everyone's skin is different. I basically just tried on a bunch of different skincares and see what worked for me. I returned a few that didn't work, of course, and then that's basically what happened. So I kind of just still try new products here and there just to see if it works better than the previous, stuff like that. Also during college, I did try Curology. I know like it has gotten bigger now, but back then it was only subscription based and online only, and that's what I try to use. I took pictures of my face so that I can see the progress with the Curology subscription. The reason why I stopped taking them was because of how expensive it started getting, at least for me. Since they had an expiration, I didn't even use all of the prescription cream that they provided because it would be expired, like the effects wouldn't be there anymore. And unfortunately I don't have those pictures, but I have this Polaroid right here. I don't know if you can see, oops. Also featuring one of my closest friends back in the day. So you can kind of see the redness of my nose and a little bit around the middle part of my face. And but yeah, this was like kind of like the introduction of when I started having signs of rosacea. But yeah, I was very insecure back then. That's why I didn't really keep a lot of the photos. I also didn't take as many photos of my bare face anymore. Like I kind of gave up on the process, but my skin did get better over the years, after I figure out what skincare is great for me and what worked. But I did start taking pictures of my face around, I think like 2019, 2020. You can see some photos. It's a lot of acne, whatever around here. I'll just have them pop up on the screen. But yeah, like a lot of acne all over my face, a lot of redness. It kind of just flared back. But then, it started to get better again during the times when we started wearing masks and stuff. I think my flare-ups was probably because my face was more exposed to the outside air. I don't know, something environmental that just flares my face up, because during our shutdown and me not going out as much, I did break out a little bit less. I was still pretty red. I had like dots of my acne, but it wasn't raised like before in all those photos especially. And then it has gotten better again last year, but all of a sudden, like last fall, I started to get dryness around my nose, or yeah, like just around my mouth and nose area. And so because of that, I went to the dermatologist recently, literally I think so more than a month ago, around August, September, October, yes, around August, and near the end. And she prescribed me the same pills that I recognized the same pills from when I was 19, but luckily this time I was in a better place. I graduated, I have a better work schedule, I have more flexibility, so I didn't mind taking it again. And also, I love this visit. Like, they were really nice. The nurse, the doctor, they showed like some type of like sympathy, caring, you know. The nurse was really nice since for my current workplace, my insurance doesn't cover, you know, cosmetic and skin stuff. She recommended me great places to get my prescriptions for a lot cheaper, so shout out to them. The dermatology place I went to, it's called May River. They're booked all the time. I was lucky. I was squeezed in from like a canceled appointment. I was very lucky, and that's what happened. That wasn't the only prescription though. So I got that prescription, and then I got 2 topical, 1 cleanser and 1 cream, and I've been using that ever since. I'm still using it now, so my face has gotten so much better, so much smoother. I've noticed like less bumps around my skin. The dryness went away after like I think 2 or 3 weeks. My acne went away and my redness went away within the week, to be honest, which was very fast. I still have slight redness still, so it's not completely gone. That's why I'm still taking the prescriptions. Hopefully, eventually, maybe I'll stop taking the pill prescriptions. But yeah, that's where I am now. I think this is the best my skin has ever been, to be honest. Referring to my skincare journey, I am going to show specific products that I used to use before going to my second dermatology visit, and also I'll show my prescriptions on kind of what they look like and at least name what the prescription is. So this is my cleanser. I've used this so many years, so that's why I end up getting the larger size of this cleanser, and it's the Core's foaming cleanser. I still enjoy it. It's just gentle. Your skin still feels hydrated. It's great for someone with dry skin or sensitive skin, so that's why I use that for so many years now. I think it's been like 4 years, maybe, something like that. And then after I use my cleanser, I use this toner from Then I Met You. It is an online only from Soko Glam. So this is a Soko Glam product. I still love it. It's American Korean skincare, so it's Korean skincare but from America. And then after that, I use the Then I Met You essence. You see, it's almost done. But yeah, I've used this a good bit too. Sometimes if I feel extra dry, I would use this product from Youth to the People. Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist. I love this mist. It's just like evens out, very light, airy. I like this for a little extra like hydration boost. It's a lot of products. Like, I used a lot before I started using my current skincare. And then I use this because of my the little dry patches that I used to have, or like there are certain parts of my face that's like extra dry. I like kind of like put it in mainly my T-zone. That's where I'm mostly dry. Yeah, Pharmacy feeling good. Follow up with Pharmacy Honey Halo. It's the ceramide, ultra hydrating ceramide moisturizer. So that's what I used for my face. Like I said, I felt like the Sahara Desert before going to my second dermatology visit. That's why I had so many hydration products. And even then, it just didn't absorb everything, and some parts of my face was still dry. And then followed up with sunscreen. This is a sunscreen spray. Cucumber Mister N degree. I don't know how to say this, but yeah. N degree 38, something like that. That's what I used. Oh, it's from Habit. It's just easier to apply over the makeup. I do before I put on makeup and then after I put on makeup. So I still like using this. This is great to put over makeup. For my nightly routine, I would use the Core's foaming cleanser with the Then I Met You toner and essence. And then I followed it up with Pharmacy, the 1% retinol. But then I learned that since I have very sensitive skin, I can't use retinol anymore, especially with my current prescriptions. My skin is extra sensitive now. And instead of my Feeling Good serum, I use this peach and lily oil. This thing is kind of like my holy grail because this is what helped me glow up when I got into skincare, because my face was dull and dry. This thing helped make my face look glowy. I used to use that during the day and at night, followed up with my moisturizer. If you feel extra dry, like the Sahara Desert, then you can use the moisturizer and then oil after. And then sometimes to exfoliate, I would use Peach and Lily Super Reboot Resurfacing Mask. This thing does tingle and it does burn, but it says it's supposed to do that. And yeah, mild tingling is normal. But if you have extra sensitive skin, I would not advise. I didn't mind it because it helped with exfoliating my face, and I thought that's what I needed for my dryness. Turns out I also need prescription. And then I'll show you my new skincare, which is, you'll be very surprised with, compared to these products, you'll be surprised. And now for my new skincare routine, I use Cetaphil as my cleanser. Simple, easy, affordable. I got the mini version just in case. I went to my follow-up doctor's visit and she said I can start using skincare again, but I'm gonna stick with what I got now. So after my Cetaphil, I use this prescription cream called ivermectin. It's in a travel bottle right now because I'm gonna travel soon, but it's originally not in this bottle. It's like in those prescription pump bottles. But yeah, this is my prescription cream. So follow up with the prescription cream, I use, guess what? Cetaphil moisturizing lotion, because they said that you had to use the same brand like moisturizer and cleanser. So that's what I did. Got the mini version just in case. But yeah, that's my skincare so far, and that's all for the morning. At night though, I use my prescription cleanser. It's like, it has sulfur in it. It's Plexian cleanser. I use it at night because it does stink a little bit, like the sulfur smell slightly on my face in the morning. I tried it in the morning, but I realized that at night is better for me, for my lifestyle, and I just don't want to smell sulfur throughout the day. But yeah, and also it helps that I leave the cleanser on not that long on my face. Before, I kind of left it for like 30 seconds because that's how you're supposed, or that's what I thought you were supposed to do with most cleansers anyways. But quick rinse with it, works fine. Followed up with that, my lotion, Cetaphil lotion. Literally that easy. And for my sunscreen, I use Elta MD specifically for rosacea and redness. So this is what I use before I put on makeup. It works really well. One of my, well, besides my prescriptions, this is one of the few more expensive skincare that I currently use. So yeah, that's basically it. Very simple, which I don't mind. Makes my process a lot faster. That's basically, yeah, my billions of skincare versus my very tiny like handful of skincare that I use now. Definitely worth going to the dermatologist. It's a little expensive since not a lot of insurance covers it when you're in the US, but it's like one-time visit, a few hundred. After that, you know, pay a little bit on the prescription compared to buying a bunch of skincare. Like the skincare I used to use, a lot of them were around like $40 each on average. Instead, like, I think my current skincare is probably half the amount, I guess, I spend for skincare. Yeah, I definitely recommend going to dermatologists. In the long run, it does save me money. I know it's different for everyone, but for me, it saves me money, and I have a very easy skincare routine. This is what my face looks like after I cleanse my face and put moisturizer on. So yeah, this is my bare face. It's so much better than it was before, and you can still see some redness around the cheeks, maybe on the nose, especially if I like rub it too much. So I can't rub my face too often. I mean, you're not supposed to anyways. Another thing that I forgot to mention is after taking my prescriptions, the pills prescription, my whole body has gone softer. But the downside is I had to apply sunscreen every day. I made the mistakes of not putting much sunscreen on. Like there would be days I forgot to put on sunscreen around my arms and it's exposed to the sun literally for 5 minutes. I don't know what, like collectively the days I missed, like my arms started to get itchy. There was no redness, not a lot of bumps. It would get red if I like scratch it too much, of course. And my ears, oh my gosh, my ears are still itchy because it's exposed to the sun. So I think I got sunburnt. I definitely can get sunburnt easily if I'm out there for 5 minutes without sunscreen. So yeah. An extra step, but not too bad. Just sunscreen everywhere. Around my ears too, which is new for me. Sunscreen around my ears, neck, arms, legs if it's exposed. Yeah, that's it. So that's the story of my skincare journey. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned a little bit about it, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.